We have been so inspired by companies all over the world and here locally in South Africa, such as Coast and Country, who have embraced this concept of truly human leadership. It's a notion that is underpinned by what they would term an everybody matters journey. And so I just want to share a little bit about this journey with you, a little bit about what it means, and also just share a little bit about what's happened within a place like Coast and Country. The concept of truly human leadership originated in our parent company, Barry-Wehmiller. Barry-Wehmiller is a capital goods manufacturing company. It produces machinery, packaging machinery, machinery that produces toilet paper and Colton rolls. Not the most inspiring product necessarily in the world, but certainly created in culture where its people are inspired to do meaningful work and go home feeling better about themselves every day. And so this journey started with our CEO going on some defining moments himself and realizing that the people that come into his business every day, the more than 12,000 team members that come and walk in, are people that are in his span of care for that period of time. And the significant influence and impact he could have and the leaders of that business could have on those people's lives and on their relationships. And so Bob went on this journey together with his leaders, and they fostered this inspiring culture where not only do people feel inspired, they also go home every day feeling better about themselves. And when they go home feeling better about themselves, the amazing thing is they actually interact better with their families, and in this way they have an incredible impact or influence over the way people can interact in their communities. And so this journey has been recognized by a number of thought leaders globally and seen to have the incredible impact it has on people's lives. Not only does this have an impact on people's lives, it's had an impact on the business, and the business has grown and survived and thrived through crises that we've been through, not only like the recent one of COVID, but also through the 2007 and 8 crisis, of which you can read some of the incredible stories there. And so this is starting to spread, I think, particularly after this time we've just been through during COVID, where people are starting to realize the importance of the well-being of those in their span of care. And particularly leaders have needed to focus on this in this period of time. And it is just that notion where everybody matters is how do we treat people as family? Everybody, I don't know what your wish is for your own children, but I know my wish for my children is that they would grow to be thriving adults, contributing adults, that they'd work in places that care for them, inspire them, grow them, and where they can feel a sense of meaning and purpose in their own workplace. And the interesting thing is, as we think about that for our own children, that is every parent's wish for their child. And so this is why we have this incredible opportunity as leaders and as businesses to be creating those spaces for the people that come and walk into our businesses every day. And so I've been encouraged and inspired by places like Coast and Country that have embraced this journey. I think one of the big significant shifts that have happened in a place like Coast and Country is that the people who have been so-called at the top of the organization have truly moved from being managers to being leaders, from being those that control others to those that inspire others and serve them and look after those in their span of care. They have leaders who have found their own personal purpose in this and get a lot more fulfillment out of the work that they are personally doing as they invest and empower the people in their span of care. And the result has been that they have formed a community of team members who truly feel cared for. Team members who will now give not only their hands, but their heads and their hearts for this business, because they know that they work in a place where their leaders do care for them. They work in a place that offers them hope and opportunity. And so I've been inspired as Coast and Country has shaped their own purpose, that they will help communities thrive as they offer people hope and opportunity. They've been in this fortunate position of offering people a first-time job, a place that they can actually get some opportunity to get some skill and capability. And maybe they'll go on and take that to another place. But these are people who have been able to step into the workplace and get employment and help support the people in their span of care. And so I wonder about this for you. I wonder if you think about your role as a leader. As Bob reflects with us, he sat down one day and realized that for 40 hours a week, he has the incredible influence and a possibility to impact lives of others. At the end of the day, inspired people will go home feeling they've done a meaningful day's work. And inspired people actually end up being more productive, which, by the way, is also good for business. So we here at Chapman & Co Leadership Institute are involved in spreading the culture that we have fostered within Barry Wehmiller. We're involved in helping organizations accelerate their culture as we learn together about how to continuously create these inspiring environments. Our vision as an organization is that businesses will be a powerful force for good in society, and they can be. And in fact, perhaps they're the only means right now for being good in society and bringing about healing. As we think about that, it starts with the way we treat our people. Our people go home every day either feeling drained and depleted or feeling inspired and energized, and not in between. And we know the impact that has when we go back to our families and back into our society and communities that we live in. If we're inspired and energized, we're going to be a much bigger, better force for the people around us and be a place that can bring healing and empower them as well. So I wanted to just share that a little bit with you and share the incredible privilege it has been to walk with a place like Coast and Country, walk with the leaders, see how they have transformed themselves first as they bring about transformation in their company and transformation broader field as that impact goes into their communities as well. I've just heard incredible stories of when people are in need, how the team has rallied together. I've seen incredible ways that this team has pulled together to encourage and inspire each other to truly live the values that they've set out for themselves. It's been a journey. It's taken time. They're not perfect, and neither are we, and neither is Barry Wehmiller. We're learning all the time. But we do know this, that bringing the humanists back into business actually makes us way more effective, way more productive, and creates a place that people really love coming to work in. I want to encourage you, and I thought, like, you might consider this. Consider maybe what could shift in your leadership into not only being the best in the world, but perhaps being the best for the world. It's not an easy shift, but if we take it can be incredibly fulfilling and rewarding for our lives personally in the work we're doing, and also for those that are in our span of care. Feel free to talk to any of the Coast and Country leaders you may know, and maybe explore this journey with them and what it's meant for them personally and how it's impacted their relationships and the people around them and their business. And you're also welcome to speak to any of us at Chapman & Co Leadership Institute, and we're willing to share just some of our thoughts, some of our tools, some of our approaches to help organizations become this force for good. We thank you for listening to this, and we encourage you to keep being an inspiring leader for those in your span of care.